And we are live. Welcome back. This is your six covered, everybody. I forgot what channel this was. I've been basically brain fried all day today. I've been making videos for work for Prevention Week coming up in October. So if you guys don't know, there's a week in October for Fire Prevention Week. We had camera people. We had the producer, 3 cameras, 2 lighting guys, 1 sound guy, and 1 person that does the little action thing. So kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. Did that all day today from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, basically. Brain is fried, trying to remember all the stuff they wanted me to say. Basically did a virtual tours of the fire stations. And because of COVID, right? Every year we do a thing, open house, where people come and they eat lunch and we get to say hi to everybody and meet and greet and shake hands and sit and talk to everybody and BS. And this year we were unable to do that because of COVID. So we did a virtual fire station tours, and it was pretty cool, but it was a pain in the butt. But fun all at the same time. Otter was the first one here, but he's going to bed. Got Alaska one, Andy Scholes out there. Abigail, how you doing? He saw Red Raider reloading. Just the tip. 67 rebels out there. 45 auto. Let me call Rick and see what happens. It won't matter. I got my phone over here on mute. I'm using a computer. And I got some decent Wi-Fi, I believe, so we shall see. And if you guys don't know, I am stuck behind dun 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 enemy lines. So I got my department covered. I got my hat on. I actually wore no hat today. Put some gel in my hair, which is the first time in hell, I can't even remember when. But look at all that gray. Everybody's like, damn, because I was wearing a hat at work. They're like, man, Rick, you really got a lot of gray hair. I said, another reason to get the hell out of this place. 31 years is enough of this. Ain't nobody got time for that. So hopefully in December should be the last, unless they can, I don't know what they could even tell me to make me want to stay here. I do love it. I enjoy the people, of course, but I just tired of flying. I'm done with it. Let's see. You're behind enemy lines again. What's this week's mission? Oh, this week's mission is to make sure all the guys get home safe. Make sure not too much chaos happens while I'm here. And then last part of the mission is to get home safely so that I can reload some ammunition. Let's see what we got here. The Arken Optics. I haven't purchased one, Nathan. I have looked through one, and I don't remember what power it was, but it did go up to I think it was like a 4.5 to 27. Talked a little bit about this on another chat, but once I got past 18 power, the glass really started to get milky. But it was a nice reticle. I don't remember what they called that reticle, but it was nice. D Young One, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let's see. Do you and X-Ring use concentric gauges? No, we do not. If you're talking about the little deal that spins and you're checking each shell, we don't do that. What's up, Orion Fixer? Extremis Intrepidus. Tired of flying? I bet your arms are tired. DW, they're worn out, buddy. Ain't no more flapping going on. Actually, when I got here, the plan was, because the other BC's on duty, he's like, hey, you want to eat dinner? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a quick hour nap, and then we'll go eat dinner. And I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, laying on top of my bed with the same clothes I flew in. So I must have been tired because he didn't even wake me up. So yeah, I woke up at 4:30 this morning, which is really 7:30. So that's kind of the normal wake up hours in North Carolina. So my ass slept throughout the night, and then I was up. And I was up good because I slept a lot. Blurry video, Rick. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I got a little blur on the screen. Anybody else getting a blurry video? Should be all top quality stuff here. Got a brand new computer. I picked up a new phone, so I should be really bringing up the notches. I got this R2D2 looking thing here that I'll be using for making videos as well, besides my tripod. So I do have options here. I can put lights. I got the microphone up here by my head, and obviously it's not plugged in anything right now, but this will be used for phone stuff. I don't break it between now and when I go to use it again, but this seems to be working well. Let's see if anybody else is saying it's blurry. Not clear. Let me check my settings. Could be way down on the shit scale. Let's see. General. Not showing 720. That's as high as I can broadcast in. 720. Camera. FaceTime HD camera. So that should be good. Audio. Test 1, 2. That's looking good. Nope. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I don't know what to tell you. We got Robert Warren out there. Conservative sniper hunter. Blurry. Sounds really good, though. Let me try wiping the screen. I don't know if I want to use this, but we'll use it anyways. I could go get a lens cloth cleaner. Blurry, buddy, but you're being desensitized. Could be that, Andy. That could be, they see evil stuff like fire helmets and stuff. It's pixelated. Let's see. Audio is good. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'll go get a cleaner and see if that's it. All right, so we got a lens wipe. Brand new lens wipe. Let's do this. Let's get her cleaned up. And that's as good as it's going to get, because it is what it is. Let's see. Mr. X is having the last laugh. Yeah, if you guys didn't get a chance to see that, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys were out there, I had a chance to stop by via phone call. That's the reason for making this chat. I did send Ray a link. I didn't call him, though. So we'll see if he catches on. Let's see what we got here. Let me catch up. Mario Mosen's out there. What's going on? It's pixelated. Blurry, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. How about, is it any better? Bro, it's your internet. Could be my internet. It's as good as it's going to get. No improvement. All right. Are you using a phone? No, I'm not. I'm using my computer. Let's see. Front-facing camera. Nope. No, I'm using the computer. Get the phone at Walmart. Nope. I'm not using a phone, people. It's all that smoke from the government-funded fires out there. Could be that. Could be that. Lots of smoke. When I did land in California, first thing I smelt was vegetation fire. So we got this today. We are drinking some sweet tea. First time ever. Never had sweet tea before, so we're going to try it out. Brand new computer. I don't know. Could be all the guys on the internet. I don't know. Clean the cash out. What's up, Drew Bradley? So, topics of the day. Topics of the day are making videos when they're not for YouTube, and it's tough. It's your signal, not a dirty lens. Yeah, I don't know. It's the best I got right now. You are already back. Yeah, I'm already back in California. Tim, thanks for reminding me. I am stuck on the other side of the enemy lines. Arkin Optics gave my daughter a new scope for her match rifle. Awesome, Nathan. That's really damn cool of them to do that. Let's see. Tim Davis. Got the Elfster, says it's all the other firemen watching porn and killing the bandwidth, most likely. Could be, definitely. I doubt if they're watching porn, but they're probably gaming it up or something. Who knows what's happening over there? That's why I got the door closed. Ray's stream was crystal clear. Now Rick's is smeared. Get on board the struggle bus. Yeah, exactly, Orion. You never know what. We swapped internet power. I don't know what the hell's going on. From here, it looks great. From here, it looks great. Let's see. Let me check it again. Let me go. Broadcast quality. This is the quality of the stream we'll send. See, it's showing 720, so it should be decent. They're not allowed to watch porn at work. No, they're not allowed to watch porn at work. All the stuff that goes through the thing, they can basically see anything that we do. So if they're smart, they're not, because they're going to get in big ass trouble for it. Unfortunately. Looks like a long chat in this in that picture. This stuff's good. I tell you what, there's this new tea I'm drinking. I wish I knew the name of it, but if you guys, I don't know if I told you last time I was here, but this stuff tastes like Fruity Pebbles. So give me a thumbs up if you guys have ever had Fruity Pebbles, because this is exactly what it tastes like. Yeah, that's damn cool, Nathan. That is pretty cool. ExpressVPN. The scene got better. Here, let me make the scene really look better. Oh, yeah. ExpressVPN, some way to get around stuff so you can, like, look at stuff you're not supposed to look at? Let me know. You got to remember the IT guys that work for this place. Fruity Sweet Pre-Tea. Yeah, Fireman Porn is watching backdraft. Yeah, exactly, Red Raider. There was one of the captains. He's like, man, look at this new fire that started. And he's showing me the fire. It's in Angeles Forest. And it was ripping. It was kicking ass and taking names. And I'm like, yeah, it's just another damn fire. Quality camera is much better now. Yeah, they must have heard me say that. You guys, they're probably watching this damn thing, and that's why they're the thing's going down. Sun tea is best tea. Yes, Abigail. Actually, it is. I don't got time to wait for the sun tea though, so I use the hot water that comes out of the coffee machine. Throw my sugar in the bottom. You've probably seen that video. Let's see, video's better. Well, maybe they're giving me some bandwidth back. That's good. They probably thought I was going to talk about, I don't know, evil rifles or something. So, did you guys get a chance to see X-Ring's new, what was it, Bad MF? A new bullet data book, folding data book, or whatever it's called. That thing is pretty damn awesome, I gotta say. I haven't seen it in person yet because I've been here on the left coast, but from the videos that I did get to see on the chat, it was pretty damn cool. Did you notice that when Rick got up close and breathed on the camera lens, it started to clear up? It's got to be the tea on his breath. That's right, I got a sweet breath. Oh, 3 more weeks. Nice. Now, is this some crazy concoction, Abigail, that you come up with for making wine, or is it like just a normal, everyday, yummy homemade wine? Yes, until you called him. Skull, that was an accident. I was watching the first one, and then it went to shit, and I'm like, what the hell? So then I called him, and I guess I screwed that up. But you know what? It wouldn't be the first time I screwed something up. How many firemen and women are in the station? Right now, there is 4 of us at this station. We got 4. Depends what we got. So, like I'll just say the station down the street, we have a brush unit, we have a ladder truck, we got a USAR vehicle, we got a reserve engine, but there's 4 guys that'll staff it. So if it's a structure fire, they'll jump on the truck. If it's a brush fire, they'll jump on the brush, and it depends on the call. Depends on what they're going to. We got Mike 21 STIs out there. What's going on? So you're on target, hitting steel. Is hitting steel out there? I missed him. Oh, there he is right there. I'm lost again. Don't be lost, hitting steel. You're in Riverside County, and you're behind enemy lines, so you can't have any cool stuff. Except for bolt guns. And that's what it is, unfortunately. We got so unfortunately I am in California, and +5 had sent me the whole badass tripod, the Ace tripod, and I gotta wait till I get home to use it now. It sucks. What's the biggest, most scary fire you've ever fought? Hold on, we got X-Ring popping in here. Hola, amigo.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen?
Man, y'all excited. You are pumped up about that thing. I'm excited for you. Oh, geez. You're already Wi-Fi'd out.
Really?
They said your screen was clean and perfect, and they're saying mine's all blurry, so we had swapped internet services.
Yeah, on the other side of the country.
Exactly.
Dang,
I don't
you
know.
got that COVID call from being on the airplane?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
man. What a busy, busy month this is going to be. Crazy.
Months ago, I was going, I'm not looking forward to all this craziness. Luckily for me, I only got 2 matches. You got 5. Is it 5 or 4? Well, 4 or 5?
I've got 3 left. I've got one next weekend. That's Memorial. And then we have Competition Dynamics in Logan, New Mexico. And then we're down in GTI Legion, which is just outside of Georgia.
Got it. Conservative Sniper Hunter asked the most scary fire you have fought. I guess the easiest way to say it is the ones where you can't see the fire. When you're in very tall trees, forest, and you can hear it coming, but you can't see it. You don't know exactly how it's coming at you. We have people that are basically looking out and stuff like that, but those are probably the worst ones. I would say. Move to Arizona and be free, Levi says. That's right.
Conservative Sniper Hunter, thank you. I appreciate it. But no, there's nothing remotely similar on the market. I didn't want to show some of the competitors, but the competitors are like, Coltac, they make an ammo novel is the name of it. It's $90 and it just holds bullets. It's open on the sides, dirt gets all in it. And then Walsh Custom Defense does one, and he makes an excellent product, but it's very square, kind of booky looking, and it just has a handle on it, and you can't put anything anywhere else. And so it got me thinking about how to do it a little better. So that's that.
Yep. It's cool. I can't wait to see the final product and see you shipping those out. That's gonna be cool, man.
I want to get them going as fast as I can because if I had 10 of these right now, I mean, well, I wouldn't have 10 of them right now because they'd all be gone. But no, there's a lot of people that saw it and was like, "Yeah, I'll order the heck out of those." It's a very modular setup. I went ahead and put the lock, like the G code pouches on it. It works great, man. I'm excited.
Nathan, yeah, I'm excited for you. Nathan's wondering what match in Georgia.
It's going to be the Snipers Unknown. I think it's actually it's right there at South Carolina / Georgia line, but it's at GTI Legion, so it might technically be South Carolina. I've never been to that GTI facility.
Gonorrhea. Red Raider says his scariest fire was dealing with gonorrhea.
I don't want anyone to think that it's a hustle. It's a great product.
What up, Brian Duchesne? No, it looks really good. It looks very well thought out. And I can't wait to check it out. You can have it in a few colors, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I mentioned that on the chat. I'll probably do like coyote black, multicam, and maybe that's enough. I don't know about the greens and everything else, but there'll be options. What's up, Ramsey?
There's the lucky man himself, Ramsey Country. Mr. Ramsey Country got himself a Microtech live video or knife today on Ray's live video.
Yes,
congratulations. Pretty awesome.
Hated it for Ruben because I know Ruben gets on the chats. I know the name.
Yeah, I know you had what 230 people on here. That was freaking crazy.
Or something like that. I probably would have had more if somebody wouldn't have called and broke the original one.
You should. Yeah, drag race going on right next door. You hear that?
Yeah, no, I know what you meant, Tim Davis. Side hustle. No, I try to be creative as much as I can. My pleasure, Ramsey Country.
Yep, Ramsey Country. That was a good win, buddy. That was definitely a good win. That was a very limited edition out the front for sure. Yeah, if you're in California, you can't have an out the front, but if you flip it over, you can have an out the back, just so you know. Of course, your palm's not going to be very happy. Thanks for calling, Rick. Yeah. I even named the chat for you. I said, don't call a guy going live. That's the name of this chat.
Okay, so Conservative Sniper Hunter asks, give us your thoughts on the shooting match. I don't know which one he's talking about. Are you talking about the one I just shot or the ones that are coming up?
Probably the one you just shot.
Okay, so I absolutely loved the format. This did so much for amateurs. Now, the shooting community is a small community, but in the competition side, everybody kind of knows everybody. Everybody kind of knows, oh, that guy's really fast. And that guy just started. So they let you self-classify. But if there was any type of question about it, then they would go ahead and throw you in pro and discuss why. Okay. It was really tailored for the amateur shooter to be paired up with a pro that they did not know and to learn how to do this and the way that we think about processing stages and helping them. Okay. Not for that person that shows up at a second or third match, like, man, I forgot to put my 30 round mag in my pocket. And, I didn't carry enough shotgun shells. It was an awesome interaction. It was really cool the way they did it. So I was on squad 14. All total, I think we had 12 people on our squad, 6 pros, 6 amateurs. Like I said, by luck, it worked out. I got paired up with Tony. There were a few people that happened to where they actually knew the other person. Some people requested to be switched and some didn't. Funny thing, Tony has shot with me before, so it worked out well, and he's a true amateur. So what they did was all the pros shot first. That would clear us, and the amateurs reset. They reset for us. Now, we would help them as well, but then we'd flip-flop. So then once the pros were done, they got a chance to see how we were doing it. And then what we would do, for example, is walk alongside of them and say, look, what's your game plan? How are you going to do this? And if they say, well, we'll shoot it like you shot it. They usually didn't, okay? That, because some of them, you can play to your strengths and weaknesses. But what was really cool is being able to hand them ammo, hand them, no, stand here, stand to your left, 2 steps left, while they're shooting it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, I see what you're talking about. Now I can see 7 targets as opposed to 5.
Yeah, that's cool.
You'd ask first. You don't want to give them all the answers. You ask them, what's your plan on doing this? And, and a couple times with Tony, and he had good stage planning. I was like, no, don't load here. Why would you do that? Go all the way to the end. You can do it there while you're on the way. You got to load anyway. And then now you've got a full shotgun. So I love that aspect of it. I've never shot a pro-am where they did that. It was always pros shoot in the morning, am shoot in the afternoon, different courses of fire. Why even call it a freaking pro-am? You don't even interact with the amateurs.
Yeah. That's the whole point, is interacting with some pro that can help you out a little bit, give you pointers.
And this was the part that I didn't mention in the video because it didn't come to mind when I was trying to put the videos together. The amateur table, I only showed you guys one room on the prize table. It was freaking stacked. The pros didn't get much. We have what we need, okay? It's not like I'm going to find something on that prize table that I had to have to compete with because I probably already have it, right?
Yeah.
The amateur table, son, let me tell you, I don't care if you came 80th place, you're winning about $400+ worth of stuff. It was awesome.
He won Bryson won a Lead Star Grunt, right?
Yeah. So they had some side matches, and I also did not mention this. All proceeds from this match, almost all of it went to Gold Star families for the Memorial 3-gun. Now, those are the same thing that they're going to do at Memorial 3-gun week after next. Is any SF soldier, a special operations soldier that died in the line of duty, the Gold Star families, the money goes directly to them. Just in this match alone, they raised for the side matches. They had a 1 mile Barrett shoot, the one that Bryson did. They raised $8,900 or something like that. So that was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, just inside.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
That's cool. Yeah, we got Oilies out there. We got Bodyman Russ. We got DW Bad Billy 429. What's up? How'd Tony do?
Tony actually finished 70. I don't know, 76 or 71st, something like that.
That's pretty good. It's better than middle of the pack.
Yeah, that's pretty respectable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no one got called out about pro-am status. There was one person that had a question because there was an amateur that actually won a team stage, and he had a jersey. And it's like, wait a minute, this guy's got sponsors and he's an amateur? Well, it turns out the jersey was given to him. Okay, so he was okay. It was all good. But yeah, you're not going to see amateurs wearing jerseys. And, I don't wear a jersey anymore. We're over with shooting a T-shirt, period.
T-shirt. There you go. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
not that
cool.
guy.
I'm glad that worked out well for everybody.
Yeah.
I was super glad you got that 2-stage trigger. I was like, yes.
Dude, I needed one so.
I know. Yeah. That is a fact. Matter of fact, we needed one last week, really bad. And we did not have one available.
Yes, I definitely what you're talking about. Yeah, with regards to what you're talking about, I cannot get behind that any longer, the Wounded Warriors Project, but I do know that Memorial 3-gun, all of that money goes to the family. I know with families, they choose 10 soldiers every year, and last year they raised, I think it was $60-something thousand at that match. So they took that, divided it 10, and they basically cut them checks for that. So it was for a great cause.
Yeah, that's really cool. Microtech was a good sponsor. Sounded like you guys were handing out stuff left and right.
Yeah, absolutely. I Microtech really up to the plate. Donated a lot of knives and gifts. I mean, I think all the ROs got like knives and shirts. There were a ton of knives on the prize table, so that was really good.
Yeah,
man, I had a good time. It was an awesome match. You missed a great one, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I had to do this thing called work, which sucks.
Yeah.
I only work
If you
eight days a month. 8 days a month. Well, really 10 because I got flying days, and it
yeah.
always the good stuff. Not for long though.
Yep, that's right. Only a few more.
Not for long. Brink, brink. I got a new phone, Ray.
You got a new oh, you did get a new phone. You had to upgrade that Genki camera that was on the other one.
There's the old one.
Oh, there's the old one. I hear you.
Microchip did not come razor sharp. Somebody commented on the thing. That's funny. My Microtech didn't come razor sharp. Well,
send it back in. They'll touch it up. They'll touch it up.
That's right. Send it in. Who was that? I think it was someone trying to bamboozle us. No, Fireman 614C. Who is that? I just think they need a different angle on the edge. And then there's always those knife experts. Let's see. I attended that match. He would have. Oh, if Rick would have attended that match, he would have gone ass over tit on that wet ground. It's possible.
Yeah, there were a lot of people falling down, and basically the point of the match, and I will tell you this, there was nothing dangerous that I ever saw, but they said, we're not here to try to DQ you. We didn't set up any stages with any what they call 180 traps. They tried to make it so that when you transition from one area to another, you didn't have, a weapon in your hand where you could possibly fall. But if you did fall, they said as long as you controlled that muzzle in the downrange direction, you were good. Even if it touched the ground. Okay, let's say the buttstock touched the ground, whatever, you were good to go. Just like in your case, when you fell, your muzzle went into the mud. As long as you were good and it didn't look unsafe, they're going to let you continue. So, man, it was an awesome match, and I really wasn't looking forward to shooting it in the beginning because of the weather, and the weather was great. We had no sun. It was just nice and cloudy and cool.
45 auto. I don't think I can. I'm going to have to go to the other version. So you see this? See how it gets close to the camera? As soon as I go to this one, there's not enough room. So I'll have to run the one Ray has, which I don't like as much.
Yeah, he doesn't like it because I don't have the temple pieces. So on the back of mine, I have the same phone. I run these.
I have the arms on it.
I know nothing.
Pay that man his money.
See, that's the clean look. Look at that. That's the Metro look right there, boy.
Yeah, let me say Metro.
It stays on your face.
Yeah, that's a Metro way, all right.
Gray, isn't it?
Eagle Eye. There's a link out there for you.
Yeah, Eagle Eye. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to try to get them made as fast as I can.
Well, when you get them made, I know a guy that needs one. Too bad you can't get them made before that next match.
Yeah, Matrix. That's right. He had them in the blue pill, red pill.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Morpheus spinning. That's the fall off my nose look. That's the fall off my nose look. Actually, they're on there. They're locked in.
Oh, no. They are. I'm actually going to take them off, but I can see better. No, they're not going to come off. So, like, you can shake and move and everything else. No, they're stuck on there.
They're actually pretty cool. They're called thin optics if you're getting old like the rest of us. Thin optics. They got the armless and the no bifocals that I know of.
No bifocals. These are just readers because I'm always on this dang phone, these chats, and the font is so small.
I know. That's true. Ramsey Country, yes, 10 days a month, and I'm still retiring. 31 years, man. I'm done with it. I'm gonna go move on to something else. I'm gonna go work in Ramsey Country's ranch once a month. We'll just call it scaring the coyotes away while I'm shooting some steel. X-Ring, you didn't explain in your video about why you changed from factory to hand loads. For
All
the
right.
pistol.
So this is the deal. Defender Ammunition has been a huge sponsor of me even before I had the X-Ring channel. I was their first sponsored shooter, and those guys have always stood behind me, and they've been good to me. I've tried to do my best for them. And this, man, I guess it's closer to 5, maybe 6 years now. And then they started running a lot more sponsored shooters. And then they had someone basically within the company that they had hired that wanted to just do certain people. And so I still had a relationship with them. And when I did this match, they actually called me. They said, "Do you need anything for this match?" I said, "No, I'm good." Because, guys, the ammo's tight right now. It's tight for everybody. And I know that they're already like 1,000,000 9mm rounds behind. And
Ooh.
I didn't want to be that guy saying, "Hey, give me some ammo," because that's money they could be making. They did not do like everybody else did, like Cheaper Than Dirt and everybody else, and just start trying to gouge people. And I said, "You know what? This is not my place to be asking for ammo." I didn't ask; they offered, and so I just said, "Look, I got some hand loads. I'll just go ahead and shoot those." It was the same weight bullet, same everything. So I thought it would be good, but the pistol was shooting high left, and I didn't realize that. I couldn't spot where it was missing, and the sighting area that they had set aside was taken up with side matches. So that was it. I don't know where he went, but either way,
I'm right here.
once I was able to get home early enough on Saturday, as soon as I got home, because I was traveling back and forth between the match, which was about an hour and 45 minutes or so by the time it was all said and done, because we had to drop vehicles off and all that. I got home, got it zeroed on paper, and then my pistol stuff was decent.
Yeah, you shot well.
Thank you.
Once you got it all figured out. +5's out there. Bad Billy says he scored a good deal on a Facebook page. $200 brand new for a Strike Eagle 1-8. Chris is out there, Mr. Armament and Axes. And yeah, the peanut guy was just one. Yeah, just had one lens.
Yeah, Armament and Axes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you can make better ammo than factory ammo, and I agree with that on rifle. But you got to remember, for us shooting 3-gun, I mean, I'm not looking for same hole ammunition. As long as it'll hold an okay group and I can hit plates, 20, 30, 40 yards, it's good enough. It's the type of shooting you're just blowing through so much ammunition anyway. As long as it's reliable and decent, you're good. It's not bullseye shooting.
I love the John Wick stage you're on.
Oh, dude.
You're all
So
zero.
awesome.
You're all 0, 0, 0, 0.
That's it. I was like, I'm going to say, otherwise I would have had to done another mag change.
Yeah. Well, I noticed too, when you quad loaded, you ran to that one with the star. You're like, pink, pink, pink. And you're like, I ain't even worth it. I'll just use a pistol.
Well, it was already done, and it's not worth the time to reload. And that was a really fast time on that stage. So I was happy with that. I didn't choke down. They were having a sticky plate on that one. There was one plate, and I had a good solid hit on it. It didn't fall, and hey, had a spare round. The other one didn't fall, and just had to make it up with pistol. If you're gonna do 3-gun, you really, my biggest advice to people is you need to have a good, strong pistol game.
And shotgun and rifle.
No, the thing is, you can kind of get away with that a little bit. This was a pretty intensive pistol match. It really was. If you weren't decent with your pistol, you were going to get slaughtered.
Yeah, there was a lot of pistol stuff, it looked like.
Yeah, small pistol.
What was the farthest pistol shot?
They had a 50-yard, 6-inch steel.
Really? That's pretty good.
Yep.
I wonder how many people went through a couple mags on that.
Lunch, too.
Huh?
That ate a lot of people's lunch, too.
Yeah, that's the one thing that if you guys ever get a chance to shoot with Ray, you shoot from a distance, and it makes everything really easy when you get up close. Unless you get too close, because we were at that stage of VOD and it was so close. I'm like, what in the hell? I can't hit this small target. Let's see.
Right.
Generally, does your zero change much when using a good QD mount if you remove and replace the optic?
If you're using a good quality one, no. But you're going to bring me to a topic, and guys, you'll probably find this interesting. I almost thought about putting out a video about this. Okay, so you've got guys like, I'm just going to say like KB32 and some other guys that when they shoot 3-gun matches, they like bullet drop reticles. Okay. And you can absolutely do it. I don't know if he shoots a bullet drop reticle on 3-gun, does he? Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know. He's always changing stuff, so I don't know what he's doing anymore.
Okay. I do not, nor will I shoot a BDC reticle in 3-gun competition. Okay. And this is going to lead into a deeper topic, and that's going to be the zero that you use. The reason I don't use a BDC reticle is because the targets are generally really small. At least they are in the South over here, okay? You're not going to find these huge man steels at 350, 400 yards. They're going to be 10-inch, 12-inch rounds. And trust me, I understand before the precision rifle guys start chiming in, that's really tough. You're not just doing positional shooting for 90 seconds. You're running through the woods and blasting and reloading, and your heart rate's up a lot, and you're trying to get in on these targets, and they're small. So I want something that's going to be very precise. Now, you're not going to have time to dial, okay? It's just not going to happen. So what I do is I run a 100-yard zero on my scope, okay? That way I can hold whatever I need to do, or the hole in the reticle, and it will be right. However, that's only on the longer range stages. What I do on all the other ones from 300 and in, I will dial up 5/10 or 4/10 to give me a 200-yard zero and call it good. Okay? Because with that 200-yard zero, if it is 50 yards, you're going to be spot on or pretty close to it. If it's 100 yards, hold the plate low. If it's 200 yards, hold it in the center. If it's 275, hold it about 3/4 high. If it's 300, hold the top of the steel. You'll hit it with certainty almost every time. So that's what I do. It's based on the stage. Okay. And you're like, well, what if you have something that's 50 all the way out to 575 yards? Well, then I'll just run my 100-yard zero, and I know exactly what I need to do then, because it's all going to work out. You follow me? You don't run the 200 then.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Now, what's in that Vortex 1 to 10 as far as reticle? Bad Billy was asking. That had
it has a mil reticle, mil radian. It has it basically has a center dot with the horseshoe around it, great illumination. Then you have a blank space, and you have half a mil. Then you have 1 mil, 1.5, 2. It's really easy to read, really easy to find. The numbers, the font they used is a little funky, but it's good enough. And ironically, almost every stage that I shot was pretty much either 3 or 3.1. I wasn't having to guess anything in the middle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Got Applied Performance shootings out there. And riding the wave, Abigail, what's going on?
Oh, so now this is getting very interesting. So Abigail, so for a DMR, a designated marksman rifle match, you're going to be using torso-sized targets, man-sized targets. A BDC reticle will work like nobody's business. They're great because now you're looking at targets that are, probably 36 inches tall, 30 inches tall, 18, 22 inches wide. And so that's when you'd want to use something like the Leupold Mark 6 or something like that. You could use something with, there's so many BDCs out there, but that would be a perfect time for it. First
or second focal plane, Ray? Are we talking 3-gun stuff again? Or are we talking, or maybe they're talking about the scope that
Okay,
a
Vortex.
1 to 10. That 1 to 10 is what, a second focal plane?
No, it's a first focal plane.
Is the first focal?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like the Leupold is a first focal. Now, this is going to be a touchy subject. Hopefully, I mean, I'm just going to tell you what I do. I'm not going to say it's right or wrong or anything like that. I have been shooting first focal plane scopes for long range rifle for a long time, and you need it, especially with the matches that I do where you're having to mill targets and the unknown distance. They give you a target size or whatever. That's the only benefit that I really see to a first focal, is that the ratio is always right. Okay, it's always right. Doesn't matter the power you're on. The downside of it is, on the lower power, you cannot read the reticle. You're not going to. Okay, maybe with a set of readers on, you can read them in there. And and guys, like I said, my vision, I've got 20/10 in one eye, 20/15 in the other. Once you get it past about, I don't know, 2 feet, my vision is like a hawk. Rick will tell you that. And so, yeah, I don't place a data card like right here on my rifle. I try to get it out just a little bit. That's why I have these readers on. So with that being said, in 3-gun, I'm not too sure that second focal plane might not be the way to go, because the reticle is always large. You can see it. And as long as they've made provisions for that so that the center dot's not huge and covering up too much, it works. It works fine. You do have to be careful about what power you're on, whose holds within it. If you're using a 200-yard zero, it doesn't matter. So, great question.
Riding the Wave says he's seen my Oh Dark video. I was amazed. I was shocked. I'm driving to the airport. It's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, I wonder who's awake at this time of the hour. I go live, and there was like 15 to 20 or 15 to 17 people. I'm like, holy crap! Well, you guys need to get your asses to bed. That's pretty crazy. So thanks for showing up on that, Riding the Wave. Rick looks tired. No, not tired. I got to sleep I got off the airplane, landed right there, took a nap for what I was trying to be an hour, and woke up at 4:30 this morning on top of the blankets with the TV on. I was tired, I guess. Yeah, I was driving to the airport. Let's see. Could use an Apollo ACSS reticle. They seem pretty intuitive.
Absolutely.
Eagle Eye's going coyote hunting. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of thought when design went into the tripod. Yeah, if you guys didn't see it yet, Plus5 actually does an overview of his new Death Squad Ace tripod. So definitely go over and check this channel out, guys, and you'll get a chance to see it not so much in action. He does a quick review of it. Shows all the parts that it comes with and that stuff. So go check it out.
Very impressed. I mean, everything down to the packaging, to the slogan he's there. It's actually really cool.
It is cool. The got yours in the mail, I guess.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Show off some packaging. I'm sure Plus5 would be fine with it. You're not even near it. Never mind.
No,
I can tell by your backdrop.
And then I just picked up. I got my aim.
Let's see here.
The mailbox. I have not mounted it yet, and everybody's like, "Wait a minute! You got a dot for your pistol?" It is specifically for the Snipers Unknown match because they don't have a restriction. You can run a dot on your pistol, and if they have long range steels, the dot's going to make it easier for pistol. It does remind me of the mailbox. That's what they call it. But what I was really amazed is the viewing window is smaller than I anticipated. That is my only concern about that. Abigail, Primary Arms does make a 1:8. They're platinum 1:8. It's a great optic. It's not cheap. It's not like the gold line or the silver line, but they do make one. Yeah, Eagle Eye. It was good to see your son out there shooting. I saw that he was shooting the 12 by 12 at 1,000 yards and killing it.
Well, it sounds like one of the guys that was supposed to be heading back is not. Fire jumped a line and took off again.
Yeah, so applied performance. Yeah, I've shot a lot of the SROs. I actually have one of those mounted to a pistol as well. I do like it, but I do also like the concept of the completely enclosed emitter. Because on some of these matches you get just crazy, muddy, dirty, and I don't know. I've got backup irons, but I just want to see what this acro is all about.
Eagle Eye says he threw in the towel. His son's shooting better than him. Threw in the white towel after the golf ball hit at 1,000. Damn, golf ball at 1,000? I ain't seen that video. I need to catch up.
Left a stripe on the bottom of it.
Damn. Just tell your son it's that ammo you make that you reload. It's all in the reload. It's all in the reload. Yeah, Stan says primary are good optics. The guy I shoot with has them on all his rifles. I like that new one that's out. What did you call that one Coda Boy was shooting? GLX?
Yep. Because
that one's pretty damn.
I never reviewed it, but I actually shot the original GLXs when they used to call them the Gold Series, and they had to pull those because of the gold ring. But yeah, I was shooting those way back. I mean, I've got a good relationship, you know that, with not only with KB32, but with Primary Arms. And I've got that 6.5 to 30 or the 6 to 30, and man, that thing is a tank. It is. You shot it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, Dimitri knows what he's doing with reticles as well. He knows his stuff.
The Arco battery is a big concern in battery life.
Okay, so according to Aimpoint, if you leave it between 6 and 10 on the settings, it'll last a year and a half. But the problem is they say you can't see it on settings 6 through 10, which I usually run a really faint dot anyway, and I checked it today. I could see it no problem. And when you go up from that, that's when you can get to reduced battery life, like significantly reduced, but nothing like an EOTech either.
How are some of those scopes getting a 10-year battery life? Is the battery technology or the scope electronics? I don't know. That's a good question.
I haven't heard of a 10-year battery life yet.
What's that?
I haven't heard of a 10-year battery life.
Well, I know on some of them red dots, what is it that it's like just a bazillion hours. Yeah, I don't know what it ends up being, but it's a lot. It is nice to have it. You know it's on when you go to grab it. Unless somebody turned it up and you didn't check it and the battery's dead. And that's why I won't buy an EOTech. 50,000 hours is common now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50,000 hours on quite a few. Shake Awake really helps battery life. Yeah, I've seen those. Those are pretty nice. I think, is it Holosun? No. Yeah, I think they have the Shake Awakes as well.
Yeah, Holosun does, but I mean,
the NX8.
Swarovski had that on the scopes a long time ago as well when I was shooting the Swaro 1-6s.
Oh, it did. DW says the NX8. I was actually on Night Force a couple weeks ago looking at all their scopes. Better LEDs being used. Leupold Delta Pro too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Even a $400 aim point ACO has 10,000 hours. Yeah, and what's nice is as long as it's easy to get to the battery, some of those damn pistol ones, you got to take the whole mount off to swap out a battery. That's just bad design. They're getting better at it, though.
Hey, you know what? I might grab that Acro because I actually haven't even had a chance to do much with it. I literally took it out of the box, put the battery in it, threw it back in the box, and I've been go since I came home. So
Yeah, grab it if you want. I will get a rundown on all these crazy people out here. Let's start. We got Christopher Huron, who's got the Holosun 507C. Yeah, those are nice. I'm really impressed with that Shake Awake and Solar. Yeah, that's a good unit, especially for the prices. Nice. Do you see a need for a large clip on dials for scope turrets? The large clip on dials for scope turrets up to 2-inch diameter when in use. I know they make the Burris makes a cap that goes over the top where you can write on it, but I don't know which ones you're talking about. The large clip on dials. If that's what you're talking about, it's kind of nice because it has basically a little mini whiteboard on there. So if you're shooting a PRS match and you got a coyote at I don't know 300 yards and the hold's 1.2 mils or something, you can basically write a little coyote, and then you can keep turning it as you go. You can go from each target out, and that's another way of, instead of running a dope card, you'll have it on the scope rings, or on the turret, I should say. So it's an option. Ray's actually got some of those to test out. I don't know how it'll work out, but the idea seems kind of cool. Whether it works well or not, I'm not sure yet. Do you see a need for the large? Let's see. RMR is the only one left that has to be removed. They needed to redesign. Holosun is killing them. Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the newest one out on the market too. So it was kind of, they learned as they went, but the problem is they haven't upgraded yet. So applied performance, I agree with that. I was going to buy 2 of them, one to leave in the truck and one to hide away in the wall. Let's see. I want the Holosun that has the big window and circle dot reticle. I try to, what was that? Cody Boy had a what was he shooting? He was shooting the SIG. Damn it, I forgot what model that was. It's a new one that Pops Quest has a bunch of. And whatever reticle he has on that thing, I really like that reticle. It's big enough where you could see the target real easy. You weren't trying to look through the tiny little windows. That it doesn't look as cool, but it has a bigger window and more enjoyable to find the target easier. Did you want to show off anything? Do you try to stick with an American manufacturer, though? I try whenever I can. There it is.
the mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
So I had not actually held one of these in person. When it got there, it's smaller than you would think it is. Okay, it is very small, even though it is clunky. Okay, but it is completely sealed, so you don't have to worry about mud or debris or anything like that entering into it. You can see that it has an external battery compartment. It adjusts with a Torx beside of the battery compartment there. And then your elevation is on the top right in there. So if I go ahead and turn it on, just a moment. The viewing area is a little smaller. I'm getting reflection off my phone, but so you guys can see it. But let's see here.
Yeah, we saw it. There it is.
Yeah, but you're seeing the reflection. That's what the blue line is my phone. See that blue line? But
yeah, but you can see the red dot.
Yeah, and I'll let you guys really see the red dot. And here we go. Hold on.
Oh, good Lord.
It's so bright. It's gonna. Oh, look at that! It's
What the
crazy.
hell?
Cyborg.
Is that for is that for targets that
I
are?
got to get the Terminator eye going. How do we do that? I don't know if it'll even pick that up.
I don't know. You keep working on that, and I'm gonna try to. No, I better not. I'll end up freezing the damn.
What are we gonna do? Make a phone call and call your
Okay.
buddy?
Yeah,
Sarah Connor, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Where's Val at?
Come with me if you want to live. All right, that's awesome. So that's going on a Glock 35. You said?
No, it's a Glock 34, and went ahead and got the mounting plate for it. I'm also going to get one for the SIG because I have a SIG M18, the 320.
I like that gun.
Yeah, me too. So I'm gonna put this mounting plate on and see what happens. Thanks, +5. Must stimulate.
Must stimulate. Do you all shoot red dot sights with both eyes open the proper way? I don't shoot a red dot. Well, I guess if it's on my rifle, I do. I'm still trying to. I'm not a fan of a red dot for the most part. Let's see. One eye closed would take the advantage out of their dot, really.
Net Flooded R has a good question. He said, "Are the threads on Jags and cleaning rods standardized across different brands?" For the most part, yes, but there are different size threads depending on the Jag or the caliber that you're using. Some of them will have adapters in them, and so just be careful of that or be cognizant of that because you might have to buy the adapters. And is it a male or female that you're trying to get it worked out with a Jag? So that's it.
Yep. And then there's the shotgun size. This is the big one. And the 17 HMR size, which you got to have the rod for because the 17 HMR ones is a different thread size, but you need the rod that's smaller anyway. So unless you want to clean this much.
Yeah, exactly. Someone asked if I'd done a video using a data book. No, I have not. What I found is I learned the proper way way back in the day, and it's tedious. Okay, a lot of that information, unless you're shooting a high power rifle or something like that, there's a lot of those pages that you won't use in a typical sniper data book. However, the information in there is extremely helpful. Okay, especially with moving targets, sizes, formulas, your logbook for your round count, what rifle, all of that. It's really helpful. It's a history of the rifle.
I did a decent video on that, but it was probably 3-4 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. Yeah, there's a lot of great information that you'll have forever with the rifle. And a good example is when you forget your Kestrel and you think you have it and you get all the way to the range, which is an hour away. And then you're like, shit, I don't have anything.
What's up, Red October? He says, stop by to say howdy, and shotguns rock always.
That's right. Red October. My knife throwing Texan boy. Let's see. Won the match yesterday with it. Congratulations, Applied Performance. Nice shooting. Let's see. A friend has a SPR sidearm, SPS sidearm. For competing, I have not looked at yet. But he said.
So you got me thinking. Somebody made a comment about the shotguns. Red October did. And I had someone comment on the 3-gun videos. He was like, absolutely hate shotguns. I mean, it was something to that effect. And I get it. Most people hate the shotgun. But I can tell you, there is nothing more devastating than a shotgun. As old and as antiquated as a 12-gauge shotgun, think about Coach shotgun is. And, I don't know what you have in your house for home defense, whether it's a pistol, rifle, shotgun, anything like that. A shotgun is devastating. It really is. There's no, I mean, they're all going to be bad, but a shotgun is just incredible. Just really is. And everybody hates them.
They hate them because they have to load them a lot, and you got to
Yeah.
practice quad loads.
Competition. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when we did that match at VOD where we ran that. Basically, it was a 3-gun but no shotgun. We did the bolt gun instead. There were so many people that were like, "I'm so glad the shotgun's not in here."
Yeah. People hate shotgun is
I
what will
love the
make you
shotgun.
or break you as a 3-gunner. You got to be good on the pistol. You got to have a decent pistol game. But if you can't load that shotgun, forget about it.
ZPD, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for showing up, my friend David J.
Hey, Abigail, it says you're too much to clean up with a shotgun. Oh, she's talking about the target. I thought she was talking about cleaning the shotgun. You Bob and Ellie.
Yeah, it's the mess that you leave on the floor that you gotta. That's the crappy part.
Holy crud.
Yeah, number 4 makes hamburgers. True. Yeah, that's a mess. That is a mess for sure. It is true though. If you can run a shotgun fast or reload it fast, that's definitely a bonus because it makes it nice because in 3 you have a lot of options where you can run the pistol instead. You can kind of use your whatever you think your advantage would be, whether it's rifle, pistol, shotgun, but you're gonna have to shoot all 3, so you might as well practice some quad loads.
Yeah, so this is interesting because I get a lot of new shooters that go to 3-gun matches, that get on the squads and everything. And, we just talked about it. They hate shotguns, right? Now, you got to remember, you're going to be starting with 9 typically, 8 plus 1 in the 2 or in the chamber. So that's going to give you 9 rounds. And it never fails. You're going to get to that stage. Let's think about the last stage that I shot. If you had a chance to watch the video, they use these steels that are about 4 inches wide and about 4 inches tall, like a 4x4. And then they have these ones that are 4 inches wide and they're 10 inches tall. And it never fails. All the unseasoned shooters are like, I'm going to shoot all pistol on this. I'm like, dude, you don't want to do that. Oh, no, I'm a good pistol shot. Dude, I don't care if you're a shooter and you shoot USPSA every weekend. Heck, you could probably be a master shooter. You're not going to outrun that shotgun. It ain't going to happen, okay? And, I'm sure it can happen, but it rarely happens. You can take somebody that's okay with a shotgun, and they're going to be faster on the time than somebody that's great with a pistol. So, yeah, and I think, Rick, we had this conversation when you first got into 3-gun. You're never going to outrun it. As long as you don't have to do it.
I think we did some testing, actually.
Yeah, as long as you don't have to do a dead foot reload where you're sitting there and just reloading a shotgun, those 9 rounds, get them out of the shotgun, shoot them. Then you can dump it and then go to pistol.
Exactly. Get at least get rid of those because you can hammer through those very quickly.
Yeah.
Did I show you my robot, right? It's my little pet.
Yeah, you showed it to me before you flew out.
I will name him R2. All right, must be the teas getting to me. Evening, gentlemen. Rarely if I've ever outrun a shotgun. Let's see here. I have a cheap ATI pump 12 gauge tactical shotgun for fun. Hey, they work. They're reliable. That's good. I like how it ejects the shell when I crack the barrel. That is cool. As long as you're paying attention, you don't point at yourself.
Okay, so Red October
R2D
asked, what is your fastest time loading a shotgun? I do not have a clue. Okay, so if you guys know Clint Upchurch, he used to shoot for Team Colt. The guy was a beast. We were hanging out at the hotel one night and we were talking. He goes, don't be the guy practicing his shotgun reloads all night long. Don't be that guy. It doesn't matter how fast you can quad load. As long as you can quad load efficiently and not have a yard sale with shotgun shells everywhere when you're trying to load it. He goes, as long as you're decent with it, that's all you need. He goes, "You're going to be better with your splits, making that time up with the splits than worrying about, getting 4 shells in whatever, 1 point, however many seconds." He said, "I'm going to beat you every time. I'm going to beat you every time with my splits on my rifle and splits on my pistol than you doing 2 reloads with your shotgun." And I think Rick and I actually did that. We did a video about that a long time ago, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a plate rack.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't even know what the time is because I honestly don't practice. So
Abigail, the Safariland holsters are great. The G code, though, I actually switched over to the G code actually from Ray's advice, a couple years ago now. I
yeah.
like the G code holster a little better. It's a straight down thumb move when you go to grab the pistol instead of kind of canting it out to release the hood. So it's a little bit faster, I think, or a little bit easier, I should say.
Yeah,
Jerry
Applied
Parker's up
Performance
there.
says even a grandmaster rarely, if ever, outrun a shotgun. Like I said, there are exceptions, but I didn't want to just say it right off the bat because somebody wants to challenge you to it. But I do know that, man, shotgun's fast.
Oh yeah, you saw Bryson's video. Well, his pistol is fast. Shit, his rifle is fast. He did an outstanding job on that
Yes,
little
he
side
did.
stage. It
Yes,
was
he
cool
did.
just to watch. Just tink, 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 pop, 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 pop. I was like, holy shit, man, he was on fire. He did a damn good job. That's the best I've ever seen Bryson shoot. I mean, he shoots great, but
Yeah.
like he was spot on that shit. He he was rocking and a rolling on that one.
If there are 3 targets, will you still grab 4 shells and load the 4 as an in case measure before heading to the next stage? Okay, so let's say I've got 3 remaining. I'm going to go ahead and quad the 4 because it's hard to quad. You're not going to quad because it wouldn't be called a quad; it'd be called a try, right?
Yeah, it'd be a
You can't load
fumble.
3 easily.
Yeah,
You've already
it's
got it in
easier
your
to load.
hand, and guys, you're not. Yeah, you're not forcefully putting your thumb and setting it into the tube. You actually just rake it across, and then the next one's fall in place, and you rake it across. It's one smooth motion of raking across, and the inertia of you going forwards will throw it to the next shell catch or to the shell catch position. So yes, I would definitely do that. But remember, you have the match saver on board as well. So even if you do run it dry, you can always just you've got one more round left.
Yeah, Applied Performance says Bryson beat some really solid shooters. Yeah, I don't know how many people signed up for that $10 side bet stage thing, but it sounds like they made a lot of money, so a lot of people shot that, I'm sure.
Yeah, a ton of people shot that. I
Yeah,
didn't even side stages. I was so busy, and I didn't even go to the Barrett. They had an MRAD, and they were shooting out to a mile, and you get the Barrett coin. And I wanted the coin because I like the coins, challenge coins. But you got 3 shots at a mile target, and hit it. You got a serial numbered coin.
yeah. Jeff got one. I saw on his
He did.
Instagram or video or something. How's that silencer running for you? I am loving that suppressor, the Ultra 7 by Thunder Beast. I got one more in jail right now. It's not officially in jail because they haven't received the paperwork yet, but it is sitting at the gun shop waiting for me to start the process. So probably 6 months again. And if you guys are on the fence about getting a suppressor, 6 months goes by quick when you forget you even, you know, they give you a call and say, hey, it showed up, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then bam, it's done. Yeah, I'm looking more forward to my 22 long rifle suppressor, the takedown by Thunder Beast, but
Yeah.
only because a lot of plinking, and you can do quite a bit more with a 22 suppressor than my 30. But I am looking.
Yeah. Armament and Axis. Sorry. Yeah, I know you are looking forward to that takedown. I'm glad that all worked out. But just remember, in a time competition, be accurate first. Speed will come with practice and time. That is why we have Ella going slowly. Anybody, a monkey can pull a trigger fast, but a fast miss is still a miss, right? Um, if you guys noticed in that one video where we had the triple plate rack, that was pretty wild, wasn't it, Rick?
That was cool. How
Okay,
small was the one in the back? Because it was hard to tell in the
oh,
video.
the triangles were tiny. Holy crap. See, the video angle, because the way it was from the side being filmed, it made them look like full size. But you got to remember the striker plate was covering the bottom portion of the triangle. They were tiny. And if you notice my cadence, I slowed. As somebody said, did your finger get tired? No, my finger didn't get tired. You need to slow down to adjust to the size of that target. And when I didn't on the one, I had two on the striker plate.
I
And
saw
then I was
that.
like, all right, let's just get it slow, get it right. Yeah, you shoot as fast as you can hit. And I was like, okay, let's slow it down just a hair. But yeah, those were
Yeah.
tiny, man.
You actually rocked that pretty good. I think you had two misses out of what would it be? 12, 18 targets.
Yep, 2 out of 18. But
Yeah.
my sights fixed that day because I went home and zeroed them.
Yeah, it's a good thing you did, because you'd have went through a shit ton of ammo on that.
When I went through stage 2, I mean, I knew quite a few people on the squads, and they were like, Rev, never seen you shoot pistol this poorly. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I think the sights are off. And they're like, are you serious? Man, that's the only thing I figure it's on the target when I'm pulling the trigger. And so we couldn't see the impacts.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had no expectations for this one. It was just fun.
You didn't even practice for this match, which is funny.
Match, but I do want to. There was somebody else's comment that I want to address. It was a good one too. Hold on.
945 auto.
We'll see you. Dang it! I think. Oh yeah. This is such a sore subject with me. And I hope there's no haters out here on this one. Somebody mentioned a drop leg holster, and somebody else mentioned it's about looking cool. Not the drop leg, but it's all about looking cool. Drop legs suck. Okay, they absolutely suck.
Unless you're wearing body armor.
You should wear a drop leg is if there's no way in hell to put it on your waist because of body armor. Okay. And, they make holsters now that have a big drop on them that's still attached to the waist. There's too many things that come into play when it comes to drop legs. Running. You can draw while you're running, but you can draw from your hip too. Retaining. Okay, you get on the ground fighting with somebody, whatever. It's next to impossible to retain that drop leg. Also, drop leg uses a lot of elastic straps, some Cordura, things like that. It's easier to get a lot more torque on it, and you can't block or put an elbow down to be able to retain it. Get in and out of a car with one. Get in and out of a vehicle, a work vehicle with one. It is a pain. You're going to rip your steering wheel to pieces if you can even clear it. So other than that, don't buy a drop leg. I just don't recommend it unless you're wearing body armor, a full suit for whatever reason. Red October, that's the reason why it was invented, because depending on how low your body armor goes, especially if you got a groin protector and all that on, you can't carry one there. Now, a lot of guys will carry it on the vest, but this is a very important area, especially for magazines and everything else, because a normal loadout, you're going to have 6 mags, 630 round mags of an AR up front. And so you start running out of space really quickly. So yeah, it looks cool in magazines and all that, having your pistol mounted here, but you're losing some valuable real estate. So yeah, drop leg kind of accommodated that. They suck.
Makes sense, he says. Yeah, I have heard it's a pain in the ass because you're running. More than likely, the leg things aren't as tight as they should be, and that thing starts flopping back and forth. And
yeah, I mean, you got to have that thing like cutting off the femoral artery to keep it from moving. Because if you start running, like running, that thing just flops all over the place. I mean, and what are you going to do? Hold it? Well, that's going to slow you down because now you can't get your arms done at the area to help you with. It's like it's something else that just gets in the way. But they look cool.
You're looking really cool as the bad guy gets away because you can't run fast.
Yeah. It was invented for the Tomb Raider movie. That's it. So was the behind the back reload, right?
Yeah, where you just go like this. That was definitely a movie thought out reload mag
How
reload.
many people are in the chat? How many people are in the chat?
342.
Yeah, bullshit. No. All
52.
All right. So I had the opportunity. I got to. Hold on. No rest for the weary, right?
That's right.
So I came back, got the Gurkha back, and everything else. It was a really late night. I got like 2 hours sleep because freaking cats were from somewhere were around here, and the dog knew about it and kept us up all night. But anyway, I get a phone call today, and it's like, "Can you leave work?" I was like, "Yeah, I can leave work." What if I can get you in a simulator? Now, early on in the channel, I had reviewed the military simulator. Okay,
Yep.
it was really dark and it didn't make good footage or anything else. But somebody said, "Hey, if you can make it down, it's going to be a drive, but I can get you in a Virtua simulator. It's like VRTRA, Virtua simulator. Now, by the time you get a Virtua, apparently they're I don't know, $500,000 or so, 100,000 a year maintenance fee, and there's thousands of scenarios. He said, "We'll get you in there and we'll let you play around with it." And I was like, "Awesome!" They have military programs, law enforcement programs. It's 340-degree panoramic.
Wow.
You have to have your head on a swivel. So I get there, get introduced to everybody and everything else, and I had to omit all voices, all faces, and location. Okay, had to be completely just in the middle of nowhere. I was like, all right. So they said, we're going to start you off with a Glock. And I was like, all right, cool. Like Glocks. And it felt like a Glock. It was like a Glock 17. And the magazines are powered by CO2, but they're anodized aluminum mags. And he said, just fire it into the floor and let's, just get a feel for it. And it felt almost just like you fired a real pistol. I mean, it's not like a little airsoft. It's got the weight, heft, feel, and recoil. And the speakers and all that make it feel like you just shot it. So he said, we're going to start you off with a drill and just don't stop until we say we're done. And so I'm sitting there and he goes, just stand on the X right there. And he goes, you need to pay attention to everything around you. I was like, all right. He said, we call this a warm-up drill. And it's a pepper popper comes up from the ground, just like what we shoot, pepper popper, right? So yep. I'm like, ding. Then the one to the left comes up, like, ding. Then the one to the right, or the one that I just shot, comes up. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. It's hard for me to do this right now because my shoulders are hurting from this. And then I went back, and then back, and then back. And as soon as you hit that last one, it starts over again. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
So after about 10 minutes, I'm like, what the hell? I'm starting to get a little tired here, right? And he's like, you're not even halfway there. And I'm like, you're kidding. He's like, 20 minutes. And I'm like, shit. I'm getting 20 minutes out. It's 20 minutes. And I'm talking about full rotations, right? And so, I mean, you can barely feel your shoulders at this point. He goes, we're just getting you warmed up. And I was like, you gotta freaking be kidding. And it never stops. I mean, it never stops. And so I'm like, crap. So it's legitimate. And then they start doing all these little plate racks and everything else. And he goes, you need to do a 6-plate rack in under 3 seconds. And I was like, all right, I can do that. So the very first run, I get like a 2.998. And I was like, he goes, oh, that's pretty good for your first run. Right. And I was like, well, I just want to get a feel for it. And he goes, you can go faster than that? And I said, oh, yeah, I can go faster than that. So he's like, well, give it a run. So I'm like, ting, 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 ting. 1.9. And he goes, the course record is 1.82. I was like, well, I'll give it a go. And he's like, seriously? I was like, oh, yeah. And so I'm like, ting, 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 ting. 1.6. He goes, holy crap, you set a new record. And I mean, the place was full of people, right? And so I was like, all right. I said, but I think I can go faster. And he goes, you're kidding, right? I was like, no, I can go faster. So I'm like, 1.51, I think it was. He's like, dude, you beat it by like 2 point something seconds. I mean, and I said, I just got lucky. So then they start ramping it up. And let me tell you, it will get your adrenaline going. Okay, so the way it works, and I'm going to be limited on how much I can show, especially some of the scenarios. But let's say it's a hostage situation. It will react based on where you shoot that person. If it's a bad hit and you shoot them in the arm or something, you better keep shooting.
Really? That's cool.
And afterwards, it'll say stop. And I mean, all the screens will go red. And it will basically show you pinpoint exactly where you shot.
Yeah, it'll show like a shoulder or something.
Oh, it was incredible. It'll show your reaction times. Yeah, I was very, very blessed to be able to get that phone call today because, you know, I've shot on the FAT systems and all that crazy crap. This one makes you feel like you're there.
Dang, I always miss out on the good stuff. This is why I can't.
They had these night stages. They had these night stages where you had to use your weapon light, and it was an IR weapon light, but you don't know it. So when it's really dark and you can barely see, when you turn on the light, it will illuminate that area that it picks up the beam. So you have to do full scans. I mean, I'm telling you, it was awesome.
Cool.
It was awesome.
That's how the one is next door. It only shows where the flashlight's at.
Yeah, and I've been into that one that you got next door. Dude, this is like going from like a 19, this is going to a Model T to a BMW. I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Now, was it our buddy that got you in that one, or was it a different, just got lucky on a phone call?
Yeah, no, I got lucky on a phone call on this one. You actually don't even know the guy.
Oh.
But yeah, no.
What's up?
Yeah, this was some high speed stuff here. It was pretty cool. I had to drive a ways to make it happen, but I got it. Even if I didn't get any footage.
I think I know where you went. Is it a place you went before?
No, like never.
South?
No.
Are you wearing VR goggles, or is that the naked eye?
No, it's naked eye.
Brian Marks, stuck at work too. Brian's stuck at work. That's right. He's probably covering for someone out on the fire right now. Okay, the local gun store isn't that cool, but pretty cool. I actually did a video for Scott over at Insurance Arms.
Yeah. I saw that.
Did you? Yeah, I figured I'd throw some footage out there. That's all I had. Torture test the UTX 70.
Heck no. Do you guys know how small a UTX 70 is? If you don't, hold on and I'll grab one.
Yeah, it's tiny.
For those that don't know.
Did you run any full autos in the simulations?
Yes, I did actually.
That's cool. So you did get some footage?
Yes, but I've got to edit most of it out. Hey, Rick, have you ever heard this thing's so small I can't even find it? You heard that before? I can't find it. I can't find the X70. It's literally so small I can't find it.
It's a little guy. What's a good data card holder for the PRS rifle? I know the Hawk Kills are the Cadillac. Blam makes one if you don't have any Picatinny to put one on, but the Blam one's been working out for my PRS rifle.
X70. You're a little tiny out the front.
Let's see.
Can't find
it. Try Blam if you don't want the Hawk Kill, Brian. BLAMM. They're pretty cheap too. I think it was like what was it, $40?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
30 something dollars. Be careful though. I do want to tell you on those. If you get a data card, make sure you check and find out which Velcro goes where, because the Hawk Hill Custom is reversed from the other ones, and you show up at the match and you can't get your data cards to stick to that platform.
Yeah. If you find that knife, let me know, because you can show that off while I go get rid of some sweet tea here in a minute. Yeah, there was that problem, like Ray had brought up. It was kind of the opposite, basically. It was a different Velcro styles, and it wasn't attaching very well to it. Doesn't Eagle Eye make a data card holder? I know he's working on one. I would look on his site and see it. I know he's been designing one. I don't know if it's completed and up for sale yet, but I'd go look over there for sure. I'm getting a Tikka in the next few months. What's your list of things to acquire for PRS type shooting, assuming I have nothing at all? I would say you're going to want the Area 419 Arca Swiss rail adapter that basically is set up for M-LOK.
I can't find
That'll
it.
help a lot with stability. And then
Oh, you're getting them in too deep.
you're going to need some type of data card holder. If you really want to spend a few bucks, get the LRA Send It. Basically, it's a level. And definitely a good scope mount. Definitely a decent scope. And some type of +2 where you can put 2 extra rounds on the side of your rifle. And what else? Oh, you're going to want a Kestrel for sure. You're going to need one of those with applied ballistics. And and you're going to want Ray's ammo bag. All right, Ray, talk about something. I got to go pee.
What's the question? What was the question you just answered? Because I wouldn't have said all that.
The question was, I'm getting a new Tikka in a few months. What's your list of things to acquire for PRS type shooting, assuming I have nothing at all? And go.
Okay. All right. My recommendation is this. If you're going to get a Tikka and you're wanting getting into PRS, you need to decide one of two things. Do you want to shoot production division, or do you want to shoot the unlimited open division? The reason I ask you this is because your rifle is going to qualify you to be able to shoot in production, but depending on the scope you choose could bump you out of that. There are limitations on prices. So that would be the first thing. Let's say you decide to shoot production and your scope costs less than $2,000 MSRP. Something like the Primary Arms, the Platinum, or the Vortex. I'm just going to make one up. We'll just say the Vortex, the new Strike Eagle 5 to whatever it is. Make sure you get a good set of rings or mount for it. Okay. You want to make sure that you're not going with something that's some kind of cheap metal. Don't skimp on your rings. Okay. Those rings need to be solid. Something like Night Force or maybe the Vortex Precision or Seekins ring, something like that. You don't have to spend a tremendous amount of money. Just make sure you get a good set. So that's going to take care of your optics, your top end. You got your rifle. Now we need to think about a bipod. You're going to need to want to have a bipod. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a Harris. And a lot of these caveats I'm going to give you a caveat on it, is buy the best that you can afford to get into the game. If you're going to go in, head first, then go ahead and get you something like, an Atlas or something like that. But if you're just wanting to kind of get your feet wet in it, there's nothing wrong with a Harris. If I'm not mistaken, I still think the number one bipod used in PRS for PRS blog, if you look it up, I think is a Harris. Okay. And I've used Harris's for a long time. I don't use them any longer. I have a couple, but there's a ton of different levels of bipods, everything from your cheap $40 ones all the way on up to $1,000 for a Sky bipod. Okay. So now
The one thing I will say is if you do get a Harris, make sure you get one with cant. You need cant.
Yeah, absolutely. It needs to be able to cant, and what that means is do this. Tracking is not as important. Now, the last match that Rick and I shot out in Utah, there was one moving target, and you do want to be able to have tracking, or what they call panning. You'll get a little bit of that with an Atlas. You're not going to get it with a Harris, and when you try to do that, your rifle's going to kind of skip and hop. You can't ambush targets or things like that as easily. Anyway, yeah, it's skipping.
Chattering across the freaking ground.
Yeah, so that takes care of that. Now what you want is to not limit yourself to 10 rounds. You want at least 2 magazines that can hold 12 rounds. Doesn't matter if they hold 15 or if they hold 13, but you need 2 12-round magazines. Okay?
Because there is stages.
Yep. And 10 rounders aren't going to always cut it, and doing that magazine changes is going to kill you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is the all be all on this list, but I think this is a good direction to go. There's some other guys.
Did you talk about the Arca Swiss round?
Nope, not even going there. All right, so the next thing you need is a good bag, something to rest your rifle on, something like a Game Changer. Try to go with one that's kind of waxy, or spray it where it's kind of sticky, doesn't slide all over the place, and that'll double as a rear bag. A Kestrel, 100% recommended, but you can get by with Strelok. If you're going to use Strelok, just realize it's going to be really hard to get real-time data exactly where you're at, okay, as the environmentals change. Other than that, get a lot of trigger time, get a lot of good data. That's all you need. Now, the other part of it, now it's the non-shooting part. You're going to need a tripod of some sort, okay? More than likely, if you need it for shooting, somebody will let you borrow it. If you don't have an Arca Swiss like what Rick was recommending, then you can get something like a clamp, not necessarily a hog saddle, but some type of clamp system. But that will also double as your, and I'm going to recommend binoculars, specifically range finding binoculars if you can afford them, over a spotting scope. That's my recommendation. You're good to go.
Yeah, most people that I noticed were using binoculars over spotting scopes.
Yeah, there was actually somebody posted something a couple days ago. I think the title of it was "Are Spotting Scopes Dead?" Because so many people realize how good the binos are now.
Yeah. Well, and you figure just watching somebody shoot and trying to find the trace of the round, you're not going to be magnified all the way up anyway. So that's the bonus to having a spotting scope, is being able to really zoom in on something. What are you killing?
I'm not killing anything. My daughter makes earrings, you know this, and I found a little metal wire sticking up out of the carpet, and I was like, now that would have hurt. So I was holding it up for her to get it.
Oh, gotcha. But I can't wait to learn PRS. Thankful for the live streams. Appreciate it. Applied Performance. Yeah, I would just save up and get exactly what you want, even if it takes a little longer. People are more than willing to let you borrow stuff. So it's not like you have to go out and buy everything at once. And hopefully you can go with somebody that you know, you can partner up with that may have some gear you guys can split. Because that definitely helps. That was one of the things we noticed too with when we shot that PRC match in Utah was the guys kind of teamed up. So like say Ray was carrying the binoculars and the tripod. We weren't on the same squad, so it didn't work, but I could carry a couple of the other bags, kind of split it up instead of all of us or both of us bringing the exact same junk and having to carry the same stuff that we could have let our buddy use.
Yeah.
Spotting scopes kill my one eye after a few hours, in my opinion. Ramsey Country says. It gives me a headache. See, yeah, you got a lot of people talking about it. I couldn't buy it all at once if I wanted. Yeah, there's no way. The shit is going down a rabbit hole. It's very expensive. But once you have it, it's very nice to have.
Yeah. And, Ramsey Country could have chimed in or agreed or disagreed with anything that I said. He does a lot of that type of shooting. Ramsey Country, is anything you would add to that?
That'd be good. Right now, he commented on my PRS match in October has been canceled. That sucks. Guess a gas and oil company is moving in on that property. Oh, man, it sucks. Treat it like building an AR. Buy a piece at a time. Yeah, Abigail's perfect comment. Yeah, save up, buy a good something, and then save up some more, buy the next piece. That was kind of like with my rifle. I had to wait to get the Arca Swiss rail stuff at the bottom, and I had to wait for the Kestrel to buy one of those. Luckily, I was able to borrow Ray's, utilize his for some practice, learning the Kestrel. But yeah, you're not going to be able. I mean, some people could, I guess, but you're not going to be able to buy all that stuff at the same time, unless you got a $20,000 hidden in your shoe. Let's see. That's why you need a Swirsky, Ramsey. Let's see. I use my spotting scope to look at planets in our solar system. LOL. Jupiter and her moon's very visible right now. Seeing Saturn for the first time was cool. Rings and all.
Are those his neighbors' names?
Huh?
Nothing.
Neighbors' names? Hey, I tried talking about neighbors. I was trying to get Matt P and Caitlin to buy that next door neighbor house. Caitlin she was thinking about it.
Dang, we'd all be up here together.
Yeah, we'll be getting noisy at Ray's house shooting. For a starter shooter, not a good rear bag. For a starting shooter, not a good rear bag. I say buy once, cry once. A good range finder is a must to me. Yeah, if you don't know how far away they are, you don't know what dope to run. Good point. What do you have, a Hubble? Let's see. My next build is going to be a $1,600 or so, but I'm not spending that all at once. Ramsey Country. No, JR. Who's JR? All right. That's Eagle Eye talking to somebody. Definitely believe in buy once, cry once. The research is also fun. When buying a new PSR, would you recommend changing the trigger group out right away so you only need to get used to the feel once?
I'm going to recommend that.
Makes sense. I hear that some 6mm ARC gas guns have had their locking lugs sheared off.
Yep, I've heard that.
Huh? You heard that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Have not heard that.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know this for a fact, I think it's somewhere, I think it's going to keep it around 62,000 PSI, something. I don't remember.
Ramsey Country's got the Razor HD spotting scope. But after hours of spotting, I feels like it's about to fall out. Let's see. Yes, I'm in buy a good rear bag. Running hot loads. Yeah, I can see that. Conservative Sniper just got my JP6 ARC bolt gun today. David J. Nice. Yeah, keep us updated on that. Let's see those groups. How long was the barrel you got on that, Davey? Let us know.
Guys, I'm going to eat some dinner real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Let's see. Applied ballistics, applied performance. All right. Have a good night. We're probably going to get out of here in a second, anyways. LZ USA says Ramsey Country, you don't need to work with that. Let's see. 115 Burger shoots crazy good in the 6 arc, but it's slow. Yeah, and a lot of people are looking for that right around 2,700, I believe, out of that. I know Coda Boy was looking for, I think, 27 or actually I'm not sure what he's looking for. Was it 3,000 or 2,700 feet per second? And he was getting good consistent groups, but he wasn't getting the speed that he was looking for. Eagle Eye would know for sure on that. Wind doesn't affect it much. Only 1.3 mils with a 15-mile-an-hour wind. Yeah, arrow lowers are at $99 right now, Abigail says. In my opinion, the 115 is too heavy for the arc. Yeah, what do you think of the 107s? Ramsey Country? Oh, 2670 with the 115s. Yeah, I don't remember what he was trying to get. I thought he was trying to get right around 2,700. But I don't remember what bullet he was using. Complete lower for $200. Let's see. All right. The 115s will buck the wind. Yeah, see, that's kind of some of the reasons, everybody was asking, well, why don't you shoot 140s, the ELD match out of the 6.5 Creedmoor? And the reason at the time was because I was able to shoot 147s, and it was designed around if I needed to shoot a farther distance. When we were shooting out to 700 yards, the rifle doesn't even know the difference between the 140s and the 147s because I run the exact same powder charge. So it doesn't even know till and it's only 7 grains. Does 7 grains really do much? I guess if you're going to shoot out to 1,500 yards and 1,600 yards, it is going to buck the wind a little bit better. So that was kind of the reason why I was shooting the 147s. Now, the fact is, when you can't find 147s, because that was what was happening in my case, I ended up buying 500 rounds of the 140s, and I haven't shot past 700 yards with that rifle since we got back from Utah anyways, so I haven't even been able to see the difference. So as of right now, the next time I'll be shooting that rifle will be with Coda Boy at the Snipers Unknown. So I don't know how far we're shooting out to, but I'll be the bolt guy. He'll be shooting the gas gun, so I'll be shooting the farther distances. So hopefully it's not too far away, but I think it'll be okay as long as we can spot the first shot or get some type of wind calls ahead of time. So GTM, how you doing? Any channels you recommend on YouTube other than yours? What's the topic you want to know about? If you want to know a lot of good stuff about reloading, you got Eagle Eye Shooting. You got Todd Elfster's Rifles and Reloading. You got if you want to know about, you tell me what you want to learn, and I'll try to help point you in the right direction. If you want to know how to bullshit and just have a good time, at the right place. Oh shit, this button. Wait for X-Ring to come back. So let me know. Thanks for showing up, by the way. Let's see. Run the numbers in the 105s is do better. This thing just bounced way up. Let's see. 105s is of the speed you'll get. Have no experience with the 6 arcs, so have no clue. Ray, you want a new trigger. What gunner are you putting it in? I believe he's going to be putting that in his new 6 arc build. Because right now there's one in the 223 AI, the velocity trigger, and that one I think he won with a Timney. I'll say with a 647. It's crazy accurate. I haven't shot one of those Ramsey Country. I would like to try one. 2670 feet per second, stays supersonic out to 1200 yards. Yeah, that's pretty good with the arc for sure. The Fortune Cookie 45 LC. Those are nice. I have not actually messed with one of those Fortune Cookie bags hardly at all, but I did get a chance to like mess with one for a few minutes and pretty good. Yeah, Gavin Tube is a good source of reloading information as well. Let's see, I'm building 3 6x47s this winter and 2 284. Damn. That's pretty damn awesome. I'm really looking forward to the 6XC. Bullet design is more about ballistic coefficients than weight. Kenny, you'll never look back, man. Hands down, they are the best 6mm for your money. We got the GTM. Recommended X-Ring channel, LOL, DW. I don't know if he left or not. He hadn't answered the question. GTM, if you're still in the house. What are you looking for? Damn, these 6mm. Now I'm wanting one for things inside of 1,000. Oh, they'll go farther than 1,000 hitting steel. Eric Cortina. Yeah, he has some good information as well. Tubbs got the Reamer in stock. Oh boy, wife is gonna get pissed. Gonna be pissed. Uh-oh, Kenny's gonna be buying some stuff. Don't do it, hitting steel. The rabbit hole goes past China. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hitting steel's been a big 308 guy. I think he was doing some 6.5 Creedmoor stuff, and now, dun dun dun. Yep, hit Ramsey Country still talking about that 6x47. That's Fire Farm brass, though, right? Ramsey Country. Isn't that or is there any companies out there making brass for it yet? Yep. That's kind of funny. What's up, John Jeffries? Ryan Mills. Anyone here have an XLR NV Pro kit? XLR. Just wondering how people like it. Ryan, we actually do have one of those. Well, Ray has one. Matt's got one. And I thoroughly enjoy. I would trade my MDT, my ACC, and get the XLR NV Pro. And I wouldn't even run it with the weight. I just like having the Ray's back from eating. Are almost done. the stock is pretty damn awesome. Originally, I wasn't too sure about the whole buffer tube kind of deal, but it was man, they did a good job on that. There's less shit to catch on stuff on your bags and all that, so it's actually kind of nice. That was one of the things I did notice when I had a chance to shoot. That was it's a lot less of those little knobs for getting everything set up right and catching on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ACC, I have one too, and I like it. But if I was to only have one, I would go with the XLR.
Absolutely.
Just me. It does come with all the weights. I'm not a big fan of all that weight because my rifle's really heavy as it is, and I don't really need the weight. And there's no point in just throwing the weight on there. It's perfectly balanced for the most part. So it is nice to have the kit so you can balance it out. And it looks like Ray's almost done.
No, I'm here.
Let's see. They're kissed and made up. Ramsey Country. Oh, they are besties now. Well, that's good to hear. Let's see. Now that the tripod is finally going to be released, go to public this weekend, I will make time to go shoot with your brother. +5, yeah, hitting steel. Yeah, those two need to go out and do some shooting. +5, you need to let me know about the maybe when you come down, because I have the test version sitting on the bed right there of the Death Squad tripod, so I can give it back to you. Maybe we can take some video footage of it, and then we can talk about the live chat kind of thing. And I don't know what it was. First 10 people to order, whatever, we're going to get all that crazy stuff for super discount. So that's pretty cool. Let me know down below, silly ho. Bumping, just not get the same results. Kenny, will you change anything on your rifle or scope for the PRS match? Man, that rifle is damn accurate. Nope. Bumping, just let's see. Trying to catch up here. Yeah, let's do lunch this week. Yep, sounds good. I fly home the 6th, so anytime before that, just give me a day ahead to make sure the schedule's not too crazy. What works for one doesn't work for the next guy. Good point, conservative sniper. Sometimes that is the case, for sure. But if we're talking about that chassis, let's see. But thanks for the info, guys. I'm on the same boat as the buffer tube. Any problem with the pistol grip not moving like the MDT does? Well, that's where you're going to lose me, because I don't really like the perfect vertical grip. Now, it does have the option on the MDT to make it fatter and smaller and kind of move it back to whatever your pull is, and totally understand that. I'm kind of more of an AR grip style guy, so I do like a little bit, not a complete like AR, but going from perfectly vertical, I like it to be a little canted. So that's where I'm a little bit different than most shooters that are really liking that perfect vertical grip with the thumb on the same side. So I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But I don't know if there's a company that makes a grip style like that. I would assume so. It's basically just the AR. We're talking about your XLR chassis, Mr. Ray.
I'm
Boom,
listening.
boom.
I agree completely.
What are you agreeing with?
You were talking about the MDT and the XLR chassis.
Yes. Okay. Just keeping you up. See if you're up to speed here.
I am up to speed. I prefer the XLR quite a bit over the MDT.
And the cheek piece has like this, I don't know what that is, but it sure is nice on the old face. It's got some type of something on it, coating or something. But my MDT is going to come back and it's going to be badass looking. It's gonna look like a unicorn vomited Skittles on it.
Jeez.
Is that what someone said in the comments last time we were talking about? It's pretty much spot on. That's kind of what it's going to look like. It's called oil slick. The 115 was put in a 0.15 and 0.2. The TC Compass is down in the 0.2 now. I'll shoot that soon. Yeah. Kenny's been tearing it up, it sounds like. I gotta go check out that video. Thanks for the info and the guys who chimed in. Don't know anyone around me with an XLR, so I can see. But what you guys have to say helps. I appreciate it, Ryan Mills. We have actually Matt Pierce. Matt Pierce, he's going to be running the XLR. And I kind of really wish I would have went with it because I have had a chance to shoot the MDT and a few other options, and I kind of like it. There's a lot less going on in the back end. Less stuff going on that you can snag on, and that's where I noticed it the most was snagging on stuff. But who knows? Yeah, that unicorn poop graphic is like Wonderlust. It's gonna look cool as shit when it's done. Oh, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, we're gonna tune it up a notch. We're gonna get a little crazy. It's a freaking competition gun. You got all these guys running around with all this bright stuff. I figured, you know what? I'm not gonna be hiding in the weeds and shooting at people with it.
You want to be like everybody else.
No, this is gonna be completely like nobody else. They don't know how to get it done right. They like try to camo, like Cerakote camo their rifle. Come on, man. Oh, did I say that out loud? You got to get crazy.
+5 say?
You said you're a dick? Let's see.
Yeah, that unicorn graphic is like the Wonderlust. Okay. Yeah, Ramsey Country. That's exactly right. Not just no, but heck no.
Yeah. Well, when the front of your rifle says hashtag still a dick on it, you might as well get crazy with it, right? I got an IY6C logo on the barrel. I mean,
yeah, I still okay for that.
It's just destined to have some crazy stuff on there. It's a freaking competition gun. Put a windsock on the end of your barrel. That'll be different. There you go, Jerry.
Actually, it's funny you should laugh about that.
String,
there's
baby.
a trick. You take some 550 cord and you strip it out, and you can take some of the tassels from the inside. Just make sure it doesn't get in the way of anything on your bipod, and you just hang it between the bipod.
Yeah, you see the wind. I was thinking about attaching this to a little flag, little windsock.
Oh, jeez. You would.
Hey, I was kidding, but all this smack talking, I'm going to put this thing on here. I'm going to wrap this contraption of death over here.
We did that on the Garand Thumb parody. Remember I had that thing hooked up to my shoulder? Like something out of, what was that thing?
I thought it was the RoboCop one we did.
Yeah, not RoboCop, the Alien. It escapes me now. The one that Predator, where he had the little on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, the little gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it bleeds, it can die, or something like that. Making things personally custom is a must-have in my book. That's right. See, you got a tattoo artist. You got +5 out there.
Yeah, I get it.
That's some old school right there, Ray.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well,
I don't like to stick out. I don't like to be that guy. I like to be that one hiding off in the corner.
For PRS, probably 2. I don't bump. For FTR, local matches out to 600. All right. Well, it's been 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. And it's time to end this chat.
I know. I was wondering when you're going to quit fiddling with that thing.
Well, I'm having fun now. Well, it's funny. Okay, see this? There's threads on this side and there's threads on this side. I kept going like this, and I'm like, oh, this is the side with the thread, and then I'd flip it back over. I'd be like, what the hell? Finally, I was like, damn son of a gun. All right. Good night, everybody. You gotta want to tell these guys anything before we leave besides
I think I've talked enough today, man. It's been a long week.
I hear you. Later, everybody, as Ramsey Country says. And see you guys on the next one. Now, I will be stuck across enemy lines for the next 8 days, so you'll probably see my face maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Let's keep that.
Oh, my pleasure, Ramsey Country. Congrats again.
Yeah. Congrats to Ramsey Country for winning the Microtech Ultratech Live knife. So, all right. Peace out.
See ya.